Come on, media, do better. Acho, was Game 2 more about the Nets or Bucks?
See, Sal, I don't even know if we can go here. You said media do better. How about KD? That wasn't confidence. That was disrespectful.
That was?
That was disrespectful.
Did you think you could be?
That's a good question.
That's a dumb question. KD is like the best player in the game, even if you hate him.
See, he's like the best player. He's not the best player. He's like the
but
best
did
player.
he think he could be this good? I mean, did you wake up saying, I ain't gonna be that good?
I was shocked.
You were shocked?
I was shocked.
How?
That it came this fast. I thought I'd be good eventually. I was shocked.
That's a different question. Bad
Shocked a little bit.
I'm not shocked
Anyway, let me get to how shocked I am about how trash the Bucks have been. Can we? Because here's the thing. I do a good enough job looking dumb on my own. I do. On a daily basis, I do enough things to look unintelligent. I do enough things to look like I didn't prepare. I do enough things to look idiotic and foolish. I don't need any help. And Khris Middleton.
Look him up.
13 of 43 through 2 games. You making me look terrible. Giannis, Antetokounmpo, Nigerian. I say your whole last name, Giannis. Dude. He call you the Greek freak. That's what Marcellus does. Other people just call you Giannis. But I say Antetokounmpo. I say Giannis Ugo. And you do this to me? To me! You come out here and make me look foolish for believing in y'all. Now it's still Bucks in 6. Because it is.
What the hell? You go home with that
it's
BS.
Still Bucks in 6
Man,
because
stop.
I gotta stick to my convictions. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Well, you failed already.
I know, I did.
Get up.
I did. We fall down. But I'm gonna get up. Now look.
Oh, God.
I blame the Bucks for this nonsense. I blame the Bucks. And it's nonsense. What we've been watching isn't basketball. Well, it's basketball by one team. It's nonsense by another. Giannis, they're not daring you. They're not double daring you, not triple daring you, not quadruple daring you. They are quintuple daring you to shoot a 3. And you can't. 0 for 3 from the 3. Giannis! Come on, big dog. 18 points in 31 minutes when KD had 32 points in 33 minutes. Giannis, you're supposed to be one of the best players on the planet. You don't look like one of the best players on the court. Khris Middleton. Khris Middleton, the first game, you went 6 for 23. I said that was an outlier. Not you, Khris Middleton. Not the same Khris Middleton who was shooting daggers against the Miami Heat in round 1. Not the same Khris Middleton who we said after last year's playoffs is a true bona fide number 2. Remember when Giannis got hurt and you, Khris Middleton, balled? I took confidence. I took pride in you, Khris Middleton. No longer. 3 for 8 from 3 this game after going 0 for 5 from 3 in the first game. Khris Middleton, 13 of 43. Khris Middleton, a number 2 where? Number 2 how? Number 2 not in this series. So I want to give credit to the Nets.
Oh.
You know how I feel about
Keep talking.
Kevin Durant, the person. Kevin Durant, the athlete, incredible. Kevin Durant, the person I have major issues with, which is why it's so hard for me at times to differentiate between the art and the artist. It's hard for me.
You want to be Jay Williams?
It's hard for me.
You want some Jay Williams easy money sniper smoke?
It is easy money, and he's a sniper right now on Twitter.
Man, he stay on the streets. I love it.
Before I can praise the Nets, we have to understand the Bucks shot 60% from 3 in game 1. 3rd worst three-point shooting percentage of the season. Then they backdoored, shooting 29% from 3 in game 2. Now, Sel, we could praise the Nets, and we should praise the Nets. And I'm going to let you praise the Nets, because you and KD, y'all both share similar traits. Y'all are both mean.
I'm not mean.
So I'm going to let you praise the Nets. But what I'm going to do is this.
What?
The Bucks have scored the least points cumulatively that the Nets have allowed over a 2-game stretch all season. So what that tells me is it has more to do with the Bucks. The Nets have never allowed 193 points or less over 2 games all season. All season. Combined, haven't allowed less than 193 points. I couldn't have imagined this nonsense.
Oh, you couldn't?
Not in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this tomfoolery. Now, again, I said this on Twitter. I'm going to say this in public before I pass the baton to my better cohort. Don't blame my stupidity on being a football guy. Because Marcellus Wiley was a better football guy than I was a football guy, and even he nailed this tape. So I am just owning being foolish on a few things. Number 1, my Nigerian bias. I believe that Naija know they carry last. And so I believed in Giannis that he would not carry last. But he is carrying last with both arms and both hands. So, Sel,
Yes.
you've been right. I'm done.
Yeah. You done?
Go ahead.
That's it?
Go ahead.
Oh, man. I am not mean. I am not hateful. Only thing I hate are lies. I don't even hate the truth because the truth hurts. I hate people who think I'm going to have mercy on them. Look at you. As the Brooklyn Nets are the mercy rule in the NBA, I have no mercy when I see somebody. So if I'm about to fight you, Acho, like I'm about to fight you right now, even if you start hitting yourself, don't think I ain't gonna hit you too. You try to 8 Mile me, that ain't working up here. That take was longer than Roots. You ever watch all the Roots? You ever try to plow through Roots? Roots has been longer than my life. I ain't finished Roots yet. Ooh, but you know what? You know the answer to this. You got to give love to the Nets. You got to praise the Nets. Now, I'm in a place where I'm teetering between I told you so and also like, damn, dog, I could sound a little arrogant because this one wasn't about me being right. And boy, up 49, I couldn't be more right ever.
Couldn't.
But I'm on the fence of like how much syrup I should pour on this take just because I'm really more concerned of why did you think anything else? Like you said, I couldn't imagine. You know how you talk, you repeat it. I couldn't imagine. Yes, you could. Yes, I'm right here. I didn't even have to imagine it. I knew it was real. This is with James Harden. Now, without James Harden, I will admit my confidence didn't get hit, but it certainly was surrounded by a little bit of doubt. Like, how are they going to work? Because I said it yesterday. This team, the ball will move better without James Harden, but they won't be a better team. The latter part of that statement may be edited. They may be a better team, not because James Harden is not going to help them be better. It's easier to figure out without James Harden there. Why? Because numbers 4 through 7, 4 through 9 activate. They like, the ball's going to move. I'm going to get some time, some shine, some burn. Something's going to come my way. Blake Griffin is trying to turn back the hands of time right now. He's trying to turn back that clock and get some of that money back that he gave up to join this damn team. Props to you, Blake Griffin. But this is embarrassing if you are a Milwaukee Buck. Y'all went to training camp together. Like, you know, y'all added Drew Holiday, and that was the cherry on top to a team that was ready-made, battle-tested, who's been there before. We're finally going to get over the hump. And then a team that just got put together the other day, just because they homies, just because they got all of their own burner phones. Like, oh, you got my burner number 2? All right, I'm going to text you. Let's hook up. And then one of them drops out like, nah, dog, my hand-me. Y'all handle that. And they like, no problem. And they still handle the Milwaukee Bucks. Woo, Giannis is lucky he opted in and signed long-term to this team. Because this whole organization, the whole landscape, is going to be towards him in likability, like, oh, we're going to stall him out. Because he's a good guy, high character. He bought into us. You know where, if he would have went anywhere else with this type of performance and this type of result, they've been like, dog, you are sorry. 18 points while y'all getting ran by 49, end up losing by 35. Ugh. I got nuggets. I got real stuff of substance up here. But first and foremost, how y'all get ran off the court like that with a team that's playing with one arm behind their back?
I'll tell you how.
You tell me how?
I'll tell you exactly how.
Let me hear.
One, you have 16 turnovers to their 8.
Okay, let's talk. Nuggets.
2, they shoot 50% from 3, and they shoot 42 threes. You shoot 30% from 3, and you shoot 27 threes. Do the math. They make 21, you make 8.
It's simple.
Basketball is fun. It's great, all that, but it's really just a numbers game. You got 2s and you got 3s. You ain't even got to solve for X. Like, it's that simple. So I'll tell you how. We'll talk more about it later, but you asked me, so I got to just cut to the chase. Why did I believe the Bucks truly had a chance? Because of what we saw.
Saw what?
In the regular season, the Nets with KD and Kyrie, they were 10-9. I'm not making this up. It's not a stat Emmanuel Acho just pulled out his pants lying to y'all. Y'all look it up. KD and Kyrie, they were 10-9. With Kyrie and James Harden, they were 16-3. With KD and James Harden, they were 3-0. So they were 19-3 with James Harden, and they were 10-9 with KD and Kyrie. Everything we saw albeit the regular season, but everything we saw said that the Nets were going to be in some form of trouble. Some form. So you and I have been in this position before where we've either been in a weight room drill, a sprint drill at practice, some sort of drill, and we be killing whoever we going up against.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. But then all of a sudden, they turn it on. And you realize, oh, snap, they had way more than I thought they did. I thought they was trying. They're not. So clearly the Nets, who have now held the Bucks to the lowest scoring amount over the course of 2 games, now this Nets team, who is 500 without James Harden, but has now just gone 2-0 essentially without James Harden. He only played a minute in game 1. Now this Nets team is completely different than the Nets team I was assessing and analyzing based off the information they gave me. The job of an analyst is to assess the information that you have. I'm not a meteorologist. I do not forecast. I assess the information that I have been given. What information were we, the general public, given? That Kyrie and KD are good, but that James are great. But that James Harden is the catalyst. James Harden accounts for 53 points between points and assists. KD accounts for 35. Kyrie even lesser.
Okay.
That's what we told. That's what I was told.
Okay.
I was told that Giannis was a 2-time back-to-back MVP. I was told that Giannis was a defensive player of the year. I was told that Giannis had nothing but heart. That Giannis signed back with the Bucks to bring them a chip. I was told that Khris Middleton was a true number 2. I was told that Jrue Holiday was one of the best on-ball defenders the game has seen in the last several years. That's what I was told. Clearly, I've been told a lie.
Oh, really?
For the time being.
Yo, really? They told you a lie, or you believed your lying eyes? Because guess what? You trusted your stats and those lying eyes more so than your experience. And what's your only expertise? You forgot where you were from.
I did.
No Joe. What did you say? No Joe? I ain't gonna say it because I might get in trouble. But here's the thing.
My dog.
Dog. What? I used this word yesterday, and I'm gonna start using this word a lot more in my takes. Empirical.
Okay.
And we're talking about trusting in your experience and observation rather than just in pure logic and theory.
Okay.
I have nuggets on nuggets on nuggets too, but I always incorporate this by what I have felt, what I have experienced, and what I have seen beyond what this paper will tell me. So here's the thing. When someone walks up to you and they tell you, look, I'm putting a basketball team together, and you're like, okay, who's on the squad? And they say Kevin Durant, your eyebrows should go up. Now, then they say, and Kyrie Irving, now your eyebrows should be where your forehead is, if not whatever you got
I got a little forehead. I got a little forehead. My eyebrows got to be here.
I was about to say, we got to skip that with you. But everybody else. And then they say, oh, we're going to ask James Harden too. Now, your hairline should be right down here because your eyebrows are way up here. You're like, what? You're like, boom. You're like, what the hell is that? You will all of a sudden say, but what are they going to do on defense? Calm down. I ain't even got to that part yet. You will start there and say, but what about the others? I ain't get to that yet. All I said is I'm adding those 3 pieces, and you should have been already in a place of like, there's nothing that's going to stop that. Only thing that could stop them is themselves.
Yes, sir.
And guess what? I knew they wouldn't because of this. When we played our game, when we played football, we knew the real ballers from versus those who were stat ballers, right? Like sometimes, I ain't gonna call no names out because I'm glad they got theirs, even with the stats that were sometimes hollow. You know the difference. So when I come up here and I see Nuggets, I don't give a damn. I see Giannis, 2-time MVP. I see Giannis, defensive player of the year, all that. But I also see he's on a team that has 12th ranked in offensive rating. Most turnovers, worst free throw shooting percentage, shooting the 3. 31% in the playoffs, worst among teams. I don't give a damn who you think you are. I know what y'all are. Y'all ain't good enough. And then you look at the Nets, and you're like, dog, they got those pieces. And then more importantly, they have the basketball IQ that they all will buy in. I don't understand why you didn't buy it.
I will allow you all to understand because this story has not yet ended. Okay, we're on chapter 10 of a 15-chapter book. The Nets still have several games to win before we crown them champions. I'm going to say it like this. I respect the Nets. I'm going to say it like this. We've played teams in any sport, in any league, that are front runners. A front runner, which means when everything is going well, they be balling. But the kicker about being a front runner, you can always run from in front. Milwaukee Bucks at least challenge the Nets. Make them go through some adversity. The only way the Nets can be stopped is if they stop themselves. But the only way they will stop themselves is if you make them go through some sort of adversity, some sort of tension. Pressure bursts pipes. Pressure makes diamonds. Put them under pressure so at least you got a chance.
How come you think they're not trying to put them under pressure? They're trying. They don't have the capabilities.
They do have, Stell, they have the capabilities. Khris Middleton is not the player that he has been playing light. They have the capabilities.
You want to know why? You think he woke up out of bed not playing well? No, he woke out of bed thinking he was great. Like, that's why KD was like, what the hell dumbass question was this? Like, you think I didn't think I was going to be this good? Dog, you played. Forget results. Stop lying to people. Every single player I know in pregame, oh, they got 5 sacks. They got 2,000 yards receiving, 4,000 yards passing. Give it to people simple. Watch a track meet. Watch DK Metcalf get smoked. Watch anybody in warm-ups. High knees hitting them in the chest. Oh, my God, perfect form. Oh, yeah. Sweats all unbuttoned at the bottom and then tight at the top because they know they go. And go. Slow as hell. So don't give me this whole Khris Middleton not playing well. Khris Middleton is getting shut down. There's a big difference. You can't come up here without a moderator sitting there saying, Acho, your turn. We telling the truth up here. These dudes are shook. Giannis got 18 sitting on the bench deflated because he see his version of who he wants to be, KD, dancing in front of his mama and hitting them from the three-point line.
Look. No. I'm not going to let you sit here and just disrespect the Buccaneers like that.
They disrespected themselves.
The Bucks. They might as well be the Buccaneers. I'm praying. I'm trying to speak life into this team.
They wish they were that good.
I'm trying to speak life into the Buccaneers.
Wish they were champs.
I'm not going to let you disrespect the Bucks like that.
Say something.
What do the Nets do? They do what they're supposed to do. You're not supposed to win the first 2 home games?
Don't give me this whole series doesn't start till you win on the road.
America! Are you not supposed to win the first 2 games?
You clichéing me out right now.
Are you or are you not supposed to win the first 2 games?
Yes, but how you win them.
It doesn't matter. But do you think the Bucks are going to get swept? Because you're talking with too much
don't do me like
in your
that.
voice.
I don't care if they get swept. I know they ain't winning this series. That's all I care about.
If the Bucks do what they're supposed to do and go win their 2 games at their house.
How?
What do you mean how?
Dog.
The Celtics stole one. Let's not forget.
Dog.
The Celtics stole one.
They've outscored them by 47 points without James Harden. You think, okay, if the Ravens smoke you without Lamar Jackson twice, do you think when he comes back you got a shot? Like, stop playing, man. Look, this is the funniest summation of this. I stole this from somebody on Twitter. Whoever you are, I'll give you your credit later. I forgot who it was. I didn't get his name. They're talking, like, you know the Bucks are in trouble now because they're talking in that scapegoat of coach. Oh, it's the coach, you know, the whole Bucks fan base. It's the coach. We got to get rid of him. He doesn't make fast adjustments. No, the change of scenery argument that you just made as well. Fair. Here's the thing. You don't lose 50-point games and shoot 6 from 30 from the 3 just because of coach. Think about it. When we had our worst games and then the media poured it on coach, we sitting there like, nah, dog, I ain't hit that C-gap. Nah, dog, I wasn't in the flats. Nah, dog, I couldn't keep contained. Nah, dog, I wouldn't read my keys. Nah, dog, they are better than us. That's the problem. This may not be a sweep, but trust me, this series is already over.